1994-95, Marcello Lippi introduces himself to Juve, saying that he intends to reduce its dependency on Baggio. This objective is soon achieved when Baggio suffers a serious injury to his already distressed knee in November, forcing the team to learn how to play without his contribution. When Baggio does play, however, the difference is noticeable. He scores with an average that is, at worst, 1 goal every 2 games. The season for the team is amazing. Not only the Scudetto that had been missing for 9 years, but there is also the feeling that a cycle of victories is finally beginning. Paradoxically, the society thinks that it can afford to lose its most representative player. The feast for the tricolour coincides with the farewell of the divine ponytail. A new challenge is waiting for him.
Anyway, we are very happy.
Siamo felicissimi.
Milan is the next destination for the Golden Ball, but not on the black-blue side as it first appeared. It is the AC Milan that buys him for 19 billion. The many successes collected by Milan throughout the 90s are the reason why Baggio decides to play for the devil. The hypothesis of achieving more success is well-founded, as will soon be proven to their mutual satisfaction. In 1995-96, Roberto contributes to the victory in the 15th Scudetto of Capello's Milan with several performances in which he truly lives up to his name. He scores 7 goals and earns high marks across the board. In a symbolic gesture, Baggio no longer wears the number 10. It seems he wants to fully represent his new role. He is no longer the only element of fantasy on the team. In a large and talented group, such as the one built by the Red-Black Club, Roberto is the number 18 with all its consequences. Modesty, fighting for his place in the team, enormous sacrifice, loss of his privileged status, and, with it, of all duties reserved to the untouchables. It is like starting over from the beginning with all its exciting consequences.
per dare il meglio di se stessi è una componente importante proprio l'entusiasmo. Se questo viene a mancare, è naturale
Enthusiasm
che
is an important factor that allows you to do your best. When it's missing, everything is harder. In some things, my enthusiasm has been cut off, but not in soccer. I still feel it today.
Provo per il calcio tuttora.
Only in a crazy world is it possible to question an infinite talent like the one of Roberto Baggio. It is the destiny of great number 10s to be the permanent targets of criticism, victims of an unrelenting pressure that does not allow breaks. However, what happens to Baggio is a little specific. There is a paradox, a kind of ideological prejudice against him during the season in 1995-96. Tabarez and later Saki does not let him play as much, but the team performances do not seem to change. The problem involves everyone and heralds the end of a tremendous pattern of victories. Baggio is an easy focal point for blame, a convenient whipping boy, but it does nothing to solve the problem. There are those who would like him to retire at only 30 years old, or to play in easier tournaments. The effect of these kinds of suggestions on a champion like Baggio is a stronger motivation for one who knows how soccer works. When he has the chance to play, Roberto is able to get into the game immediately and to offer demonstrations of an incredible repertoire. A true artist who fires the imagination of all who behold his art, Baggio deepens his relationship with a public that considers him a precious thing to protect. On behalf of the poetry of the game, sustaining him becomes almost a moral duty. (1997-98). Only the great champions are brave enough to bet on a seemingly impossible task. Baggio is part of that select group, in which courage is mixed with hell-bent determination. I go to Bologna to earn the right of playing another World Cup. Such words, after a season in Milan which saw more dark than light, could seem an act of foolishness more than facing a great challenge. The idea of going to a team with different ambitions out of the race to the Scudetto sends a definite signal. Roby wants to start anew, as if he has to erase the past in order to be able to confirm it once again. His relationship with Bologna can be summed up very simply. Roberto alone is worth the price of admission. The city not only knows him, but it comes to treasure him Sunday after Sunday. For this reason, it is not surprising that Baggio had his best season ever from a scoring point of view. 22 goals in 30 games. With that, a place on the national team that is heading to France for the World Cup is almost mandatory. His selection comes with massive popular support. Every pool names him as the essential player to lead the national team to victory. At this point, the new Roberto's aim is to be part of history as the only Italian to score in 3 different World Cups.
I went to Bologna because I wanted to find an environment, and I found it, that would allow me to be part of the national team again.